Hello everyone, welcome to Day Trade Options. Today's video, I will go over some trades I made yesterday. I had a $780 profit yesterday, a $1,300 profit today, but I want to go over how I trade my entire strategy. I will do my best to cover everything. If I do not, I will maybe just make an update to the video later. Funny thing is, yesterday I made this video, and right towards the end, I had a nice gentleman tell me in my chat that I didn't have my audio on. So today I made sure, I believe my audio is working. I'm going to pull it up. So if you happen to hear an echo, it's because I'm testing my audio. So today I made sure. Okay, I heard it. So if you heard that, that's because I'm testing my audio. Okay, it is working today. I was getting the little mic alert thing, but for whatever reason, my audio didn't get through yesterday. So anyhow, let's get started. So I trade what I call the LRC strategy. It's actually an anchored LRC, which is short for Linear Regression Channel. And how that works is I have just go to TSM, just pick any stock today. I have it anchored from 4 a.m. to 9:29 a.m. right at market open, Eastern Standard Time. If you're Central Pacific or overseas and you have a different time zone, you have to set it for your time zone, okay? Otherwise, the 4 a.m. to 9:29 won't work properly. So I have the mean, which is my cyan, that's my midline. Red is my 1 and my -1. My two yellows are my 2 deviation and my -2 deviation. And so I also trade with, I use the 20 EMA. You can use the SMA. You can use the any EMA that you wish. I like the 20 EMA. I feel like it gives me better read on the market and timing. And I also use a 200. This is the yellow line. It is a 200 EMA. And I use now, it's imperative that I use what I call a long LRC. Let me go and show you what that is real quick so you can get an understanding. It's the same linear regression channel. However, I've added 2 more, or 4 total, but 2 more deviations. A 0.5, a -0.5, a 1.5, and a -1.5. Okay. So let me go to my clean and I will show you, I don't know why that showed up. I will show you a long LRC and how I set them up. So I usually start around a 1 or 4 hour time frame for my long LRCs. And in a minute, I'll get to why I use them, how I use them, and how important they really are. So let me get rid of the highlight. That'll make it a little cleaner. So let me erase this one. So right now we're on QQQ. And the way I use the long LRC is I look for the most recent trend. So I would say, from this point to here is the most recent trend. I would start to draw here and then just move my mouse up and click, and I would get it set to get it started. Then what I do is I go in and I grab the node and I'll move it. I'll move it until I see the lines, the actual pivot points, like these right here where you had a big move. I want to make sure they align as close as possible. They don't have to be perfect, but I do want them close. And if you'll notice, I'm not going to get too specific with it right now, and I'll show you how I use it later. But well, just looking at this one, you can see you had a move here, pushed up, consolidated around this line, came here, pushed up, went above this one, came up, came to this line, came back to this line, Some are way better than others, and this one's not the best, but it'll give us an understanding. You can even see this crazy candle came down, wicked the red, went back up. Up here, hit, 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 could not get above, but was still in this channel. Came down, hit this one, came up. So that's just generally how I set it up. That's subjective. Now you can move these how you want. You can go further back, and I do. I actually have three of these long LRCs on some of my stocks. It gets really busy on a 1 hour or a 4 hour time frame, but when you're trading the 2 minute, it's not busy at all. And so let me move this over. So what I look for here, let's say we go further back, you can actually target these pivot lines pretty well. So for now, I will just leave it at that. I would refine it for myself a little bit better so these are more accurate. But for now, you can see that in with this new setup, you have pivots where they come down, they hit the lines, they consolidate, they come down, they hit, they move up, they come down, they hit, they move up. So that's how I set up my long LRCs. They're extremely important. The more you use them, the more you'll understand how important they are in giving you target levels and also entry levels. So let me go to just my LRC, and I want to go to Apple. So this happened, and it happened on several stocks today, but Apple this morning was trading um, out of the Anchored LRC, and I'll show you how I trade that here in a minute. I'll go through my step by step how I have a conservative way of trading. I have a more aggressive, which is a breakout way of trading. I have several different ways that I use my stops and my targets. And so I'll go over all of that with you guys, so that you have an understanding of how I do it. And then, you apply your rules and your risk to reward how you wish, if you want to use this strategy. I suggest you do. I've been killing it. I've literally been killing it. I've been doing so well with this strategy. So anyhow, let's get into it. So this was moving up this morning, and I do not recall which one of our members was in Apple, and they were talking about trying to trade it up to the 228 level, which is a support resistance. I forgot to say that a second ago. I also draw in support and resistance levels. The horizontal lines here, those are drawn manually. I do them every day. I put them in our Metal TA channel so that everyone has access to them, and they can put them on their charts. I have also provided my long LRC data so that you can actually go in, look at, like, if you go to Apple, you'll be able to see my long LRC. I have a super long LRC, and I give you the data so you can go and go set it exactly the way I have it, or you can set it yourself manually. Um, so anyhow, they were talking about getting up to the 228, and I said, well, the only thing you have to be concerned with is you have a long LRC level above, and then the mean of a long LRC, a super long LRC just above that. So I was like, you have to be careful. And look right where Apple stopped. It stopped right dead on the long LRC. So with that said, the way I trade, I will trade up to the long LRCs. I don't always take all my profit off the table. There's a lot of facets that goes into my trading. I watch many, many, many things, and I'll go to that in a minute. I watch Nasdaq, ES, Qs, Apple, and I have 24 charts on other monitors above me that I will keep an eye on to see how price is affecting, or how those stocks are moving at the same time I'm in the trade that I'm in. A lot of times that gives me an understanding of that there's still going to be continuation, or hey, maybe three or four of the major stocks in the industry are coming up to major levels like right here and they're starting to reject. If I see that happening all at the same time, then I'm ready to get out. I'll take my profit and then I'll wait for a break of that level and a retest. So a couple ways that I would like to trade is the break and retest strategy. That is where, like, say if I have I'm going to call these major resistance or support and resistance levels that I draw in. If price gets up, I don't trade it until it gets above, moves above a little bit, comes back, comes back. You get your wick up, showing you that you've got now momentum going up. That's when I enter right here. Okay. I want to see a break and retest because you get faked out a lot. Sometimes the market movers will push this price above this level, and then it gets all the people that get all happy that it finally broke this level. They start buying calls, and then they yank up all those calls and trap them, sell out, and leave them holding the bag with big losses. Then when they get back down here, they buy back up because everybody's selling as quick as they can, and they'll push it back up again, maybe next time to get through, maybe not, may just sell it right off and leave you trapped. So just be real careful. Make sure whenever you're pushing prices getting to a major level that you get a retest of that level, a break and retest before you enter. That gives you actual confirmation that it's a more probable move to the upside or the downside. Um, so the other thing is I do use my I only trade using the 2 minute time frame. I do use other charts. I have a 5 minute, a 10 minute, a 15 minute. I have other monitors that I show the stock that I'm trading on different time frames, so I can see like how the 15 minute candles are looking, or how the 5 minute candles are looking in relation to a level or a zone, or the price action with a 2 minute candle. However, my entries and exits are done on a 2 minute time frame. I find that to be the best because I feel like the confirmation of a close is better with a 2 minute, far better with a 2 minute than a 1 minute. I know it's only 1 minute, but it matters. It makes a difference. You can get faked out a lot with 1 minute candles. I don't need any 1 minute candle haters. So it's just, that's just for me. It's my opinion. Years of trading, I got faked out a lot using the 1 minute candles. So let me go to some trades that I made today, and I'll go over how I trade, how you can use this strategy to make money every single day. It's very, very simple. Uh, Case in point with the long LRC, look where it hit right here, came back down. This is Meta. Meta today was my best trade. It could have been better, but it was decent. So what I look for when the day starts. Also, let me go to this real quick. I want to show you. I use a grid on my charts, all my upper monitors, I mean, and these grids will show me. I watch them. These are the 24 that I can watch and see what's happening. So when I'm looking up, I can, at a glance, at any moment, I can see how price is reacting with the LRC. I can see how price is reacting with my 20 and my 20 and my 200 EMA. The white line here is my 20 on my grid. I do that because it's easier for me to see up there than the green and red. Um, I can see if price is getting close to a long LRC up in my upper grid, and then I can pivot to that stock and get right in it. It's very quick. It's easy. It's the only way I found that's the best way to trade. You can just at a glance look up and go, okay, this one's breaking a level. Like today, Tesla. You could see Tesla came up, broke 255. That would get me interested to look for some more upside move, look for a break and retest. It didn't. It actually broke it, broke it, broke it. Rough day for Tesla trading. Could have taken above the LRC and just held it, but just a rough day for trading, just a sideways movement. But in any event, it allows you to see it at a glance. Boom, it just crossed a level. It just moved above my long LRC. It just moved above my LRC, my anchored LRC level. So that's how I use my upper monitors, and I have all 24 grids showing at any given moment, so I can just at a glance see what I need to see. So the next thing is, like for today, taking this trade today, like I said earlier, I have two different types of trade entries. One is going to be an aggressive. That's typically a breakout move that I'm getting into. And I urge you, especially if you're a new trader, try your best to get yourself a set of rules and follow them. Do not deviate. Do not go through that hope and pray and, man, I just, if I hold it a little longer, that's how you lose more. That is how you lose more. I've been down that road, and if I can help anyone stop from doing that, please don't. Have a rule set. And guess what? If you take a small loss and it ends up going the way you wanted it to in the beginning, that's fine. Be more proud of yourself for making the decision to stick to your rule set than being upset that you missed the move, because that will pay you dividends later. No pun intended. It will pay you dividends. So two ways that I trade. One is breakout. So breakouts are typically, this may not give us the best example, but I'll use it and see if it'll work out. So if I see price starting to move up drastically at market open, as and it's crossing over the 565, which is a level in my LRC, I would hop in this right as it crosses as a breakout. Like, guys, I'm getting in. I tell the group, hey, I'm getting in. If this candle starts to fail back below that level, I just get out. If I take a $200 loss, $300 loss, $100, $50, whatever, I get out and I move on. I don't care. I will continue to watch and I'll enter. In this case, the best entry. Now, I did enter here today. I entered on this candle. Actually, I entered on this candle. I apologize. This one came up, closed. I enter on the move above the close of my candle over the LRC. In this case, I'm above my 200. I'm above my 20. I want to be above those to take calls. Crossing them is even better. You tend to get even better moves. But if I'm pushing off and moving above, if I get a close here, I take the move above this candle, not a close above. I take the move above this close. And I did take this one. It came back down, but I stayed in because I saw the buying pressure kick back up above the major level. And so all I did was just wait and see if it was going to fail. If it failed on the next candle, I would have got out of this trade and I would have had a small loss, but nothing, too bad. Well, when this candle went down here, I was like, okay, wait, let's see what happens. Buyers started stepping in. I added right here on this candle. I added to my position because that basically told me that this move was valid and it was potentially going to go up. So then I got this move. I did scale a few off on this move here because it was actually a pretty decent profit at this time. Not a ton, but I like to scale out to lock in a little bit. It came back down, I held, got this wick up. I added right here on this candle moving above this candle. So this will go into the way you can trade this to catch the whole trend all the way up. And I'll go over potential ways to trade if you want to, depending on your risks and my risk. And the way I've been just doing really well trading a two red candle close scenario lately. But to catch the longer trend, I'll show you the two different methods. So in this case, I added here. I actually scaled out
200 EM
almost all of my profit right here on the long. This is a long LRC line that came through my chart. I scaled out almost all. I think I had only like 2 or 3 left. Once I hit my 570, I took all but one. Once I got up here and started to come down, I actually exited right here. It was a great exit. I got almost to the top of this. So I ended up with a $715 profit on this trade. But now let's go and look at this as a whole. Let's say, okay, you get in, you're holding above the 20. You can use the 20 as your guide, as your get out guide. Couple things to consider is the distance price is getting from the 20. This is a pretty darn good distance away right here, right? So you have to, it's up to you, and you have to ask yourself or know how you want to trade. Do you want to risk giving back all of this profit from here to get back down to the 20? Because we don't even know, this could go straight this way. Look how much further down this would be. So if your 20 is this far away from price, what I do is I wait until I get two red candles closing below, closing two red candles in a row after I've got the move up, which would be, I'm sorry, two red candles, which would be this candle right here. So since I got this candle here, this is where you could take profit. Then all I do is I wait. And the reason I do that is I want to lock in my profit. So you get in here, you add here, you go up here, you exit here, you lock in this profit. So you got all this profit in the bag, right? Then guess what? If this price keeps going down, you're a hero. You got out at the perfect timing, right? You've locked away all this profit and you look really good and you're happy, great trade, right? But then you're like, oh man, but look what you could have got. You can still get it. Here's how you get it. You wait, you watch and see what this candle does off the 20. You come down, you get one green. Next green candle, I get in as soon as it moves above that green. If that turns and goes down, I exit. But if I get in and this candle ends up closing, I stay in until, guess what? I get the next red candle and you exit. So you take all this profit off the table, you rinse and repeat. You wait for it to pull back to the 20, you re-enter, you get two candles, you exit. This one may have been a very small amount of profit, but profit nonetheless. Sometimes that's going to happen. Sometimes you don't get the full move. Sometimes you're at the end of the move. The more aggressive way, this is a little more riskier, and I'll show you why, is to trade two consecutive red closes below the 20 EMA. So what that can help you to do, if you're willing to risk more profit, but risking more actually helps you to make more, and you'll see why here in a minute. If you got in here, say you got in here, you added here, you hold this, you don't get out, you hold it because you have not closed consecutively two red candles. This would be your exit. Two red candles below the 20 EMA. So you may have ended up with the same amount of profit on this trade, but there's many trades where you can run the entire gamut all the way up and catch the entire move, which can be incredible. I don't know of any that happened today. I didn't really focus much on them today as far as the trend. But for instance, if you got in Nvidia today, I missed Nvidia. Bummer. Beautiful trade today. And look at this. I had the 122 level. I had this clouded level down to the 120, 150 area. I wanted to be above 122. Well, guess what happened? Pre-market comes down, moves and busts over the 20. This would have been a perfect breakout trade to get for several reasons. You get in, you get this nice move above. You do get somewhat, a pullback, but no reason to get out because your buying pressure came in. You could actually add when you get this because it gives you confidence this is going. You are close to the yellow, which happens early morning a lot of times. So you have to be willing to either scale out at the yellow or wait and see if you're going to get, because a lot of times the yellow will reject you. A lot of times you'll get here and boom, yellow rejects you. So with this much power going up, you kind of have an idea that this is a strong move. So kind of go with your gut. You know, if you feel like it's a good move, you get in here, you you could hold this, don't even exit. You could scale out a little when it hits the yellow. Wait, add on this candle here, pushing back up. You get this big push up off the 20. This is how I was saying earlier, you use the 20 as your guide. Comes back to the 20, you get this boom, wicks up, buying power, stepping in. Next candle green, you buy, or you add here, or this, or just hold. You don't have to add, but I like adding because I feel like this has given me absolute confidence that I'm in the right direction and this is going to keep going. Hold, and you could hold this until you got to your two consecutive reds, which would have been right here. So could have been an amazing trade from here to here. Could you have got out here? Yes, and I probably would have because it reached the 125 major zone and started rejecting. To me, I would take all profit here. I would have got probably this entire run. It was one of the easiest trades to trade today. I missed it, but that's okay. I was in meta when this was happening. So I just sometimes you just pick the wrong one, right? And look how it reacts with the yellow LRC. Boom, pushes up, boom, pushes up. Um, Also using this strategy, the yellow LRC in many cases becomes amazing scalping or re-entry levels. Like you can watch a pullback to the yellow LRC, and if you start seeing wicks like this, where the green, like where buying power comes in, you buy right here, and then you just hold it until you get your second red, or till you reach your percentage of profit that you're wanting to achieve. You don't really have to try to trade level to level. That's to each his own. I like to trade to levels if I can because I feel like I can get more of the move. However, a lot of times I get in and I'm just like one and done. I have enough profit on the day that I don't want to even give anything back. I take profit and I walk away. Um, so that's how I trade this strategy, and that's how I trade the pullback strategy with the 20 EMA. It's all a part of the same system. I just use it as I go. So a lot of times you'll break out like we did here beyond the LRC, so you don't have them anymore to use until it comes back to them. And at that point, you're really left using levels, support and resistance levels, or long LRC levels, or the 20 EMA to guide you. For me, I do not use indicators like that give you your little buy arrow or your sell here arrow. Those are garbage in my opinion. They will cause you to lose money. If you are trying those and you're successful, then excellent. But I don't know of anyone that has tried those for a long period of time and been successful consistently over time. You can get some trades that work, but a lot don't. One thing that everyone needs to understand is price action is king. And if you don't understand price action, learn it. There's tons of videos out there that can help teach price action, teach how to read candles, how to read candles at levels. That's one of the most important things. You want to pay attention to how a candle's reacting when it's getting to a support resistance level or an LRC level or a 20 EMA or a 200 EMA. When you start seeing it, what I call wicking, like right here, wicking up, it comes down and then all you're left with is a wick because all the buyers pushed it right back up. That's what you're looking for to give you confidence that, okay, there's enough buying pressure. This is going to turn and go off of this level. And then all you have to do is wait for the next candle to confirm it. It's very simple. Um, so if you do not know or understand price action, please learn that. It is the most important part of trading. All of these other indicators and all this stuff is nothing but you can use them for guides and to help, um, but they're going to destroy you and your, or not you, but your account. They will cause you to lose over time. Um, Again, my opinion, I've seen it over and over and over. So many people, they come, they have their ideas and they're like, ah, yeah, I found this great. It's the best. It's the Holy Grail. No, first couple trades work perfectly and you're just all in it, hook, line, and sinker, and then the next three don't work out, and then you get one, and then the next five don't work, and then you realize that your account's going, shoo, your graph is going down instead of going up. Guys, we want our graph to go up. Another another issue with trading is there are I try to be done. I want to be done by 11 every day if I can. At noon, noon is really the latest. I do trade later sometimes if we have just a really crappy, choppy morning. It'll cause me to, shift my time. But honestly, today I think I was completely done by 11. I had like $1,300 by 11 o'clock. It is not that difficult if you just trade this strategy and focus on the price action and the moves at that time. And it's really, really simple. If you have any questions or want to learn more about this, just let me know. You can join my Discord if you like. It'll be in the link down below, or you can shoot me a message in the chat in YouTube, or you can shoot me um, you can come in my Discord and just ask in Discord, and I'll be more than happy to help you. I go live with people all the time to teach and to help them. So if you're interested or need help or would like to learn more, just let me know. If I have the time, I'll help you. No issues. I will never DM anybody. I will never send you a friend request. I will never ask you um, to let me trade your money. I will never ask you, I will never sell you anything, such as like Bitcoin or brokerage, have you try to join a brokerage account or nothing like that. I will never do that. Do not get scammed, guys. There's so many scammers out there. I know I just went on a tangent, but it just what I was saying made me think of that, and I just want to protect as many people as I can. There's people that just want to scam people, and it's sad. I think one of my members yesterday or today said he had commented that look, if they just put half amount of the effort they put into scamming people, into doing a really working hard or working at something, they would be probably excellent at what they did and prosper. But they would rather be scumbags and try to cheat people, and that's how they make their money and get by. So don't fall for it. I will never do it. If you DM me, I will answer your DM. I will get back with you. I will never DM you first and ask you to, ask you questions. If you're in our Discord, of course, we conversate back and forth every day. I trade live. I call out my levels. I call out what I see as the day is going on. I do not trade all day because I think that's a bad thing to do. I think we should all develop really good habits. Trade, make your money, move on. Spend the rest of your day helping someone, doing something good for someone, doing something good for your family member, doing something good for yourself. Go to the gym, um, jog, something. Do something productive other than sitting in front of a monitor every day. So set a goal. Try to get your goal by 11 o'clock and be done. I promise you, man, it will make your life. You just be so much happier and better, especially if you're out helping people. Help a neighbor, help somebody do something, help someone build something if you have that talent. You know, the biggest reward we can get isn't the money. It's helping others and being there for people. So anyway, let me go to my other trades I made today. Uh, so SMCI was another one that I did pretty good in. I didn't actually realize it was looking this bad because when you're trading, you don't see, you only see this, right? It doesn't, but it was actually kind of a yucky day. But what's really cool is as I was trading, I looked over and I saw this, and this is going to show you how I use this strategy to make money every day. I saw this, I missed this part, and I was like, man, I missed SMCI because I was really kind of watching because yesterday's SMC or day before yesterday was amazing. Look at this. You can't see the LRC, but the LRC came right through here. It closed over it, came up, retested the LRC right there, and just went to the moon. And man, beautiful price action. Nothing told you to ever get out, not one double red candle until you reached the very top of the target, which was 480 anyway. Just amazing. So I was kind of hoping I'd get that today, and again, back up to 480 because it came back down to the 465 level and the 460 level pre-market. So anyhow, I was watching my other monitor where I had SMCI, and I saw it come down to the yellow LRC, and I saw this candle right here, and I was like, hey guys, I am about to get in this SMCI. It looks like it's setting up. Then I get this candle, it pushed up, and I was like, oh man, I may have missed it. But then it sold back right here. So I entered right here immediately. And I didn't enter heavy because the cost of SMCI was pretty expensive. So I entered, I went up, I took profit, I scaled out one, came down, I held, I think I exited on this push back up, or I'm sorry, I exited on this candle right here, and that's like, oh, I don't know, but I kind of FOMO'd out because I was kind of far away from the 20, and if you trade SMCI, you'll understand it gets, man, these candles really take, it's like trading SPX. It takes your profit away really quick. So I was able to lock away, I can't remember which one it was, but I was able to lock, I think, 246 on my first trade. Well, then what was interesting is I saw this coming back after I got out. It starts to push back up. It came back. This candle went green, so I was like, all right, I'm getting back in. So I got back in right here when it cleared over this red can or these two candles. I got in. I got this big push up. It started coming down. I went ahead and sold again, locked in like 207, and then after that, I didn't get back into it. But the point is it's actually really simple to trade these. Now, granted, this is hindsight. It is the way I traded, but you can. The beauty of this is you can literally have such a or a small risk, and that's what I like about this entire strategy as a whole. The LRCs, you break the LRC, you get in here. Well, there's your risk right here. You get a candle, comes and closes below this, you get out. You take a small loss, you move on. You get the move, you profit. And I would have to say it's probably like 90, 98, 99% of the time I get the move on these. I'm only saying that based off of my profit and loss. Um, I had a red day on Monday because I overtraded, and had nothing to do with my strategy, but regardless, it was still a red day. I person, I honestly can't even tell you. I'd have to go and try to look it up when the last time I had a red day was prior to that day. It was probably at least 2 months, maybe. That's how good this has been. I've profited every single day. Do I have losses during the day? Yeah, usually I'll have a loss here or there. Something doesn't go the way I want and I get right out. But I make that loss up with the next trade very easily. Today I had zero, I had no losses. Everything was a profit. And I even I was showing another member how to use trailing stops and everything. And so I just went ahead and got into an SPX trade to show him. And what was funny is when I put in my trailing stop, it got out and it was for 20 bucks. And that's kind of how confident I am in this system. When I see price action moving away or closing over my LRC, it's pretty easy for me to get in and scalp with SPX. Now it was only 20 bucks, but honestly, if he were here, he would tell you it was kind of amazing. This actually went up to almost $1,000 profit. But because I was showing him how the trailing stop on SPX isn't good because they I believe that the banks or the big banks or whoever market makers, they can see your stops and they just go get them, and that's what they did. They went and got it. There was no reason for them to come back to that $20 stop that I put in, but they did. And then like after that, it was up like $300 or $400 with one move. But anyhow, um, so the so back to what I was saying. The ability to profit is very easy, but it's about you as a trader and you making the decisions that are the appropriate decisions to stop trading when you're up, to stop, oh, don't overtrade because that's going to cause you to lose, to set yourself a goal somewhat. You don't have to have a profit goal, but I kind of have a profit goal. Like if I reach 1,000 a day, I can stop trading. I'm wanting to increase that at least by two or three. I'm really looking to try to do 3,000 every single day if I can. I haven't got there yet. I started kind of getting there. I had a few days with, 3,000, 3,300, 3,400, 3,100. But then I'll get like an 1,800, 1,700. But every single day I'm trying to get 1,000. Um, Yesterday I actually made 780. Day before that, I lost 816, I think it was, or 860, and then today I made 1300. Um, so, so anyhow, it's a great strategy. Like I said, if you're interested, I've kind of rambled here about a lot of nothing, but if you're interested, just let me know. Come on our Discord, check it out. And if you want to trade live, I do have a paid membership for that because there's a lot that goes into that. I put out um, basically a lot of information and I call out my trades live daily. And I will stop trading once I'm done. I'm not going to overtrade, but I will continue to call out if my members, if they want me to, they can just let me know, hey, can you let me know what you see or whatever. And so what I do is I actually start doing my real job, working while I'm watching the grids and listening to the group. So anyhow, hopefully this has been very helpful to you. Hopefully you can use this in your journey in trading. And if you're interested in the indicators, they are in my Discord. They are also in in the use ThinkScript forum. We have a thread just for this strategy. Um, my name in there is Metal as well. So um, if you are interested, you can get the indicators there. You can get them in my Discord. And anyhow, thank you for watching. And if you would, please hit that subscribe button if you want to see more content, see my trading recaps daily. I am going to start posting some live trades daily, or maybe not daily, or maybe weekly. And then, and also, um, I'll also hit that like button. I really appreciate it. God bless. I may not be able to trade tomorrow because we have a hurricane coming. I'm in Florida. I'm in North Florida, so the hurricane is supposed to hit us tomorrow. So I have a lot to get done tomorrow, and in our area we lose power. So uh, hopefully it'll be easy on us, and everything will be just fine. But I have to prepare for that tomorrow, so I may not be able to trade tomorrow. Anyhow, hope you guys did well today, and I hope you do well the rest of the week. Try this strategy if you're struggling, if you've been attempting many different strategies. That was me. Try this one. I promise you. I promise you, it'll change your trading. It will change your trading overnight. Um, you just have to stick to your two rules. You don't have to use my rules. These are just what I've developed. These may change over time if I come up with something better. Um, that's one thing I love about having the community is we have an amazing community that we work together. People are constantly offering advice, their ideas, their levels, their uh, stocks that they see are moving, stocks that they see are that may be something that we may be interested in, and it's really awesome. So the more the merrier. We'd love to have more people. We would love to have a large community. Um, just everybody working together, but only if you're serious. We're serious, but we also have a fun time. We talk about stuff, food, whatever, all kinds of crazy stuff. But we are, we're a serious group of traders, and that's the way we're going to keep it. And so, anyhow, we hope to see you in there, and hope you guys are successful, and I hope you do try this out. So, take care. Thanks for watching.